welcome back to Aquarion Logos, episodes 4, 5, and 6. Gonna jump right into this with episode 4, jumping off with Corona dealing with her feelings of love for Akira. Yeah, I guess the poor girl had always had trouble with love. Even back in the day when she was a kid, the three boys confessed to her, and one of them got killed for it. They've seen the flashback, and I guess she was blamed for it. I thought that was kind of weird how they set that up, but yeah, again, it's Corona episode, and I guess it's all about her. After she was blamed for it, that was sent her into an odd phase in her life where she got super shy, super quiet, and would stutter a lot because I guess the trauma of that happening was a big thing for her. Anyway, the word that messed up this week was love, and it made people go crazy. So anyone in a relationship or dating someone would, I guess, go crazy on the other person. Corona pushed her to the limit where she almost kissed Akira because her love was being twisted, and yeah, she was basically going for it. So it was nice to see that actually happen. But we also got the first time triple gatai, which I've been waiting for because that's something the first Aquarion, second Aquarion have done well with the three triple fusions, which I always loved. And for my surprise, it kind of was what I was predicting, that the third one would be like a weapon, because when they fused this time, the third one was like a bow and an arrow type weapon, so they kind of used that, but we'll see more of that later on. But yeah, so with all that kind of out of the way, we get to Corona kind of slowly getting out of her shell about what she feels for Akira, which is nice. I mean, nice they can get that out of the way and kind of focus on that later on. And yeah, so it was nice seeing the triple gatai with Mia, Corona, and Akira. It was really cool, and the music playing in the background. They're starting to do it right now, so I'm very happy with how it's going. Episode 5 is the beach episode, with Corona, Maya, and Aquarion and Shoko taking some time to hit the beach while Mia, I guess, learns to have some fun. And it was funny that Mia kind of saw the other girls strip and run into the water, but she didn't really have a swimsuit on, so it was kind of a funny moment to see that. See Mia kind of act a little, I guess it's normal for her, since again she doesn't really know a whole lot about the real world. But it was funny seeing that. So the word that episode was summer, which everything was turned to winter, which is kind of an obvious setup how they did that. So everything turned to snow, and the girls being at the beach, they kind of had to hide in some cave, which was kind of weird. So it's like, I guess it's a cave nearby. I guess it's a thing. That's fine. But so yeah, they also had to take off their suits because Aquarion was kind of getting a little, I guess, cold, so they had to use their body heat to keep her alive. It's kind of funny. But and meanwhile the boys were left behind, so they had to do triple gatai this week with those three doing that. It was funny seeing the differences. And so they used their, I guess, fiery manly power to overcome the monster, which was basically freezing everything. So yeah, they did that, and it was funny just seeing some of the guys show their desires for swimsuits, what they really like. One of them like school swimsuits, the other one just like swimsuits in general. And they wanted to go see the girls at the beach. They had the chance, but the girls kind of left before them. So in the end, it was just the guys kind of at the beach hanging out near the end. It's kind of funny. So you had that. It was pretty interesting. Episode 6 is at the beginning, the random military group attacks Shogun and his tower thing, and he owns and wipes them out with his book. And we also, so yeah, his power is very unstoppable in the real world, but the good guys have the relic that, I guess, prevents him from summoning the monsters to the real world, which is a very nice touch that they threw that in there. That he's got all this power, but still, the good guys have the kind of the edge. They keep him from wreaking real havoc on the world. And so we also learned that Shohoko Sakurako was also his, I guess, Shogun's secretary at one point in time, which explains how she got her hands on the relic, the vector machines, and I guess the knowledge of what he was trying to do. So that's why she left. We also get a little bit of Kensai, which is Shogun's son. He was in the first episode. He kind of got separated from Mia, and we learned that, I guess, with him, he had an obsession over Maya because she was the only one that would show him affection, because his dad never did that to him. Never showed him any kindness or cared about his life. He would even bring home like a trophy from like a like a tournament or something and be like, I got first place, and his dad never really cared. So that's his issue, and he just, doesn't understand. And we also followed Maya, who followed Akira to his house, and she kind of talked to his mom and learned that his justice thing, he's always been that way. Even as a child, he was obsessed with justice. That's just the way he is. And the word of that episode was sever, which they cut a lot of like cables, ropes, anything that was a connection, a battery connection, communication line, like cell phones, stuff like that. So people were losing connections here and there. So that was kind of an interesting use of the word sever and cut and all that. It's kind of nice. And this episode is kind of the first time I've ever seen a two-part episode in this, because it literally cuts off. I guess the pun for the episode being cut. So we'll get more of that later on. We also had a bit with Sakurako and Kisaki. She was basically trying to convince him to, I guess, help her out, but since he doesn't really know a lot like Maya, he doesn't really know a lot about the outside world, just like her. I mean, he's been outside more than her probably, but yeah, so I don't think he's really a bad guy. He's just misunderstood and doesn't really know a lot. It's just like Maya, so those two have that in common. And I have a feeling he's going to end up joining the good guys here eventually, because Sakurako is kind of feels bad for the kid. So she will probably win him over and get him to join her side, because he might realize that his dad is doing the wrong thing. So yeah. And extra stuff in all the episodes. It's fun seeing Maya interact with the other girls instead of following Akira around all the time. It's fun seeing her kind of open up in these last 3 episodes. She, it's even though she's still obsessive over Akira, but that's her mission. So she's still gonna be doing that. And then Karan being cute as always. She just smack Domon in the head with a hammer a lot in these episodes. It makes me think of Andy and Mix from Evol, even because they had a similar relationship where she would hit him, he would do something stupid, she always had to correct him, that kind of thing. But with Karan, I don't think she's gonna go down a romantic relationship with Domo, because they kind of have this brother-sister relationship. Although there is a Hayato in episode 6 who's helping out with her voice acting career with his dad, and she did mention something that he was kind of hot, so maybe she's got a thing for him. But since she's a child character, I don't think she's gonna ever go down that road, because she's just kind of a cute mascot character, I would say. But you never know. I mean, I'm not saying it's out of the question completely, but I'm just saying it just wouldn't feel right if they had a relationship, like a romantic thing, between that guy and someone her like her age. Like, it doesn't really fit, in my opinion. Even though, because the real romance, if you want to get into that, is Maya, Korone, and Akira. Those 3. But even though you can't really count Maya as being romantically interested, because she's just observing him. But they might push that later on. I mean, there's plenty of opportunity to do that. But anyway, that's been Aquarion Logos, 3 episodes. We'll get back with episode 7 next week. Maybe focus on just 1 episode instead of 3. So, see you guys next week for more